Hello everyone, I'm Emirhan Bulut from the company Kantesti, which interprets blood tests using artificial intelligence. As you know, the Kantesti app is a world-renowned application and is used in approximately 120 countries. In addition to its existing operations, it is currently commercially active and widely available in 78 different countries across the globe. As you can clearly see, Kantesti.net is not just limited to the primary Kantesti.net website. It also proudly features and encompasses other significant brands such as BloodAIanalytics.com and AIBloodtest.Deutschland, further expanding its reach and offerings. Our application actually interprets blood tests quickly and presents the results to you with intelligence surpassing that of a doctor. Here, you have the opportunity to try it out for free. Of course, what you can do for free is quite limited. For example, in the free AI system, there are 110 levels, that is, an IQ level of 110, while in an average AI system, the IQ level is 138. Of course, if you get a single report, the IQ level is 120. And for instance, if you upload 2 blood tests here and want to compare them, this feature is only available in the annual package. Look, for example, you can upload between 15 and 20 reports at the same time, and you also get access to the trend analysis system for free, as well as the opportunity for early diagnosis. You can even add your family members and friends, and benefit from more prioritized advantages. But that's with the annual subscription, not the single package, and it's not this detailed. Of course, this is the premium package, by the way. This one also provides professional interpretation in the same way. But when it comes to features like comparison, like trend analysis, you can only benefit from these systems in a very limited way. In fact, you can't benefit from the comparison feature at all. This is the kind of package system we have. And of course, clinics, hospitals, or healthcare companies can reach out to us as B2B clients. They will also have the right to use our API in clinical panels. And they will be able to opt for white label solutions or various integrations. Apart from this, we would like to introduce our clinical panel to you. And let's log into our clinical panel right away. By the way, I apologize. Before logging into our clinical panel, I would like to tell you about our payment system. We have a secure payment system. We have a partnership with Komodo Antivirus, and because of this partnership, your payments are securely encrypted. So, in this regard, we offer both annual and monthly packages. Of course, these prices vary from country to country, just so you know. So, the prices might be lower or higher in your country. Other than that, as soon as you make the payment, your invoice and, well, you know, your username and password will be sent to you automatically. If you run out of quota and make another payment, your existing username, that is, the email address you registered here, will have its quota increased again. If you'd like, let's log into our clinic panel right away. By the way, to log into the clinic panel, let's do it like this. Actually, let's log out for a moment, just for us. Let's get it, friends. I'm writing the test. Here's what we do. We chose the clinic. Okay. We already entered. You can add yourself as a patient here, or if you are a doctor, you can add your patients as doctors. From here, I come to the patient adding section. As you can see, you can add patients. Well, apart from that, I will show you some features. First of all, for example, when we click on the patient's name, here you can see information about the patient, like the reports we've uploaded and commented on for the patient. And by the way, you don't have to just download these reports as PDFs. Here, you can review the reports together with the report password. Look, friends. Just as you can see right away. Look, here you can view the reports like this. Look, you can see the percentages of diseases, the health score here, the broad average health information, detailed health analysis, risk factors. Here, you'll see the percentages of the diseases. I'm going through this very quickly, because you'll be able to see this anyway by rewinding the video. Look, here are the recommendations, and here is the advanced assessment. Here is the results section, and here, for each blood test, we did it in Turkish, let's do it in English. As you can see here, each blood test has its own description. Look, guys, you can see it in the video. you'll see that each blood test is interpreted separately within itself. You'll see that the parameters of each blood test are interpreted. Anyone who wants can download it as a PDF from here, guys. This is entirely up to you. As you can see, you can download it as a PDF from here or print it out. Again, that's totally up to you. Guys, look. Let's check right away, as you can see. Other than that, you can change the passwords from here. Or the system can assign a password and this password can be updated. If you think someone else has gotten hold of your password, you can protect your report. Besides that, look, we've added a feature like this. I want to tell you about this feature. Blood test comparison. So, as you can see here, guys, let's push this back a bit so we can see it bigger. Of course, since we're entering from the patient panel here, the patient is automatically selected from our own panel. Here, you can also see the patient's previous reports. For example, the last report we entered was from 2024, and the oldest report was from 2025. You can select the language from here. For example, we want to select English. We continue with compassion. Very briefly, this AI module we call Idaho evaluates, summarizes, and compares 2 blood test reports that have been interpreted. Look, we're checking right now. Yes, as you can see. Look, an evaluation has been made here. Look, here are 4 sections, like things that need improvement, and so on. Factors, positive developments, and so on. Evaluations and, look, detailed analyses. Here, if you want, you can also download this as a PDF. You can also extract it from the text, Besides this, friends, we also have another feature. We have a trend analysis method. Look, we'll show you right away. Look, let's log into our patient from here. All patients. To health, Schneider. If we do it like this. One moment. All right. Look, here is the section we call trend analysis. What is this trend analysis good for? This, friends, summarizes all the interpreted blood test reports you've had in the past, that is, the reports interpreted by our AI, and measures the monitored data of the parameters from past to future. In other words, it draws their graphs. For example, it draws a graph showing how your hemoglobin protein was in the past and how it is now. Apart from that, it also generates a sample summary report. So, let's say you uploaded 10 reports, and it summarizes these 10 reports for you, guys. This kind of system, the trend analysis system, is also a kind of comparison. But here, rather than a comparison, it's more about summarizing and providing a final result. In the other one, you can say, I was like this in the past, and now I'm like this, in the blood test comparison module with artificial intelligence. In this module, both the graph is drawn and the summarization system is carried out. Look, the indicator is spinning here. This means that the system is still working, guys, so we're waiting. The page will automatically redirect us anyway. Meanwhile, let this redirect happen. Here, look, guys, yes, it redirected us. Look, here, for example, instead of creatinine, what should we select, guys? For example, hemoglobin. Look, the hemoglobin value, in 2024 and in April 2025. And here, look guys, it gives a general evaluation and also a separate evaluation specifically for hemoglobin. So, this is what we call a trend analysis system, friends. For example, hemocratic arthritis has fallen. Look what you see and why. Look, you see. By the way, friends, we have a user guide. User manual. And if you don't know how to use the panel, it's in English here too. By the way, friends, you can translate this from here. For example, Übersetzen in Deutsch, like if you want to translate it into German. Look, you can instantly translate it into any language you want. In this way, you also have a user manual for the blood test. The blood test application is truly a very important development that we have gifted to our people and to people around the world. I hope we have been able to make this development available to you in a way that will be useful. So, thank you for listening to me. With my respects, Julian Emirhan.